Hey, this is a video walkthrough of the Green Mountain Music District Middle School Jazz Guitar audition materials. We're going to start with the Shuffle Time Blues. We'll go through the chords, finger placement for the melody, and then some different scales and positions you can use for improvisation, and then we'll look at the technical study. So here we go. Let's get into it. So we'll start with the chords for Shuffle Time Blues. 3 chords for this. It's a 12-bar blues in B flat. We have a B flat 7, E flat 7, and F 7. The B flat 7 we play with our first finger. We're using a 3-note shell voicing for this. So we're playing the root on the low E string, the 7th on the A string, and the 3rd on the D string. So that's 6. We're skipping the A string. 6, 7. So 6, skip, 6, 7. That's our B flat 7 chord. If you're feeling comfortable with that shape and you want to add a little bit of color, you can add your pinky on the bottom 2 strings, on the B string and the E string on the first 2 strings, playing the 13th and the 9th of the chord. But the 3-note boomerang or hockey stick shape at the 6th fret, E string works for that. The E flat 7 is our 3-note triangle shape, A string root, where we're going to mute the E string with our thumb by we're not going to push down, we're just going to gently mute it. And then our A string 6, D string 5, G string 6. So 6, 5, 6 for the E flat 7. Come back to B flat. On the turnaround, the last 4 bars, we've got an F7, which is the same shape, this triangle shape. We're going to play that at the 8th fret now, so 8, 7, 8 for the F7. Back to E flat 7 down in the 6, 5, 6, and then back around to 1. And if we're repeating this, if we're coming back to the top of the form, either for solos or to take the melody, we play an F7 at the end just to kind of bring it back around. So B flat 7 for 4 bars, E flat for 2, back to B flat, and then F, E flat, B flat, F to bring it back around to the top. All right, so let's get into the melody now. The whole thing can be played in 6th position. I'm playing it an octave up from where it's written. Where it's written is I like to avoid the open strings because they sound different than the fretted notes, and it's also a little muddy down there, especially if you're playing with a bass player or a piano player doing any kind of left-hand voicings. So I'm just going to voice this up an octave. So I'm going to be in 6th position, which means my first finger is on the 6th fret, 1 finger per fret from there. So 6, 7, 8, 9, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. So that's on all 6 strings. We changed from that in the turnaround in the F7, E flat 7, last line of the piece. But the first 8 bars were in 6th position. So I'm going to play that F, B flat just by rolling my first finger on the 2nd string, first string. So B string 6, E string 6 for that F, B flat, G, F, B flat. To get down to the low B, so I'm doing the G and F on the B string, and then the B flat, I'm skipping down to the G string, my ring finger. And again, because I'm in 6th position, I know that's going to be the 8th fret. So that phrase is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and. The next measure that we have a little slide up from E natural. We're going to do that with our first finger and then slide back up into 6th position. E, F, F, G, F, A flat, G, F, 1, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1 in terms of our finger numbers. The next line over that E flat 7, we just repeat that. This time we don't have to slide up from the E because the pickup note's the G, so we're just doing ring finger, G, F. For the turnaround, the last 4 bars, we're going to shift down a position We're still going to start on the F, but this time we're going to use our middle finger. F, A, B flat, C, F. 2, change strings, 1, 2, 4, and then back to the F. So 1, 2, 4 is our finger number. You're going to shift down 2 frets and start on the B string 4th fret. Do that over the E flat 7. And back to our little blues riff. So now let's look at the technical study. We are in the Standard of Excellence Jazz Band book, page 26, improvisational study D. So we're playing the first 2 lines. The whole thing can be played in a B flat blues box shape. So 6th position, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. Doesn't go up that high, but that's the shape. So we start on the F, F, rest, E flat, D flat, E flat. So that's pointer, pinky, pointer. So we're changing strings. We rest for a bar. We go back to the F and measure 3. F, E, F. So we play this is measure 4. We play 2 E flats, D flat, low B flat, which is our first finger, our root note. And then we hop over with our first finger to E flat. In the next measure, this is the last bar of line number 1. We have we're just kind of walking up the blues scale, starting from E natural, so E, F, A flat, B flat, D flat. So that first line sounds like this, starting on our F, 1, 2, 3, 4. F, rest, da, rest, 2, 3, 4. E flat, rest, rest. And then we land on B flat on the start of the next line. So those 2 measures starting on the B flat 7 in the second line, B flat, A flat, F, E flat, F. Do, day, do, day, or 1, 2, and 4, 1, and rest, rest, rest. Next measure, F7. We start on the F, ring finger. F, A flat, F, E. Next measure, E flat, D flat, E flat. So that pointer, pinky. And we end it by playing the same blues scale riff as before. So altogether, the technical study sounds like this. Let me get a little metronome going here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3,